If you guys want to know where these awesome places are and how to get to them, you're going to want to watch this video. Let's go. Hey guys, my name's Kurtis, and Chelsey is not here today. She's usually on the channel with me, but she's not feeling too good. So I'm just gonna do this one all by myself. Just kidding, she's sitting like right here behind the camera. Hi. We make weekly videos on travel and how to afford it. And in this week's video, we're gonna be going over 2 of the best waterfalls that you gotta see in the Lower Mainland. We're gonna give you some free resources on how to find them, what you can expect, and how long they take to hike. So let's get to it. First up is Bridal Falls, which is just east of Chilliwack down the #1 highway. And don't worry, we'll put a link in the description below with pins to each of these locations so you know where to find them. They're easily accessible. While hiking up to this beautiful site, be sure to take your time and enjoy the beautiful views around you. This old forest is full of wildlife, foliage, streams, huge trees, and when you get to the end, you're at one of the widest waterfalls in British Columbia.
Actually, it's the 6th largest fall in Canada.
Correction, 6th largest fall in Canada, says Chelsey. Shut up back there. Wow, it's just beautiful. It's nice and overcast. The colors are perfect. I don't know why you're laughing at me, Chelsey. We were there all by ourselves. Like, there's not much else you could ask for. But don't get too excited. When we visited this waterfall in the fall, which meant that there is an increased amount of precipitation, which then means there's an increased chance of landslides. So when we first pulled up to the gate, there was a big gate that was closed, which meant that we couldn't go past it and we couldn't park in the usual parking lot. But along the side of the road, there was a ton of parking, which us and probably 5 other cars seemed to find, and you can walk right past the gate. I don't know if that was the smartest idea we've ever done. Due to the increased chance of landslides around the location, that's probably why we were all by ourselves. Now it's a very easy trail, very wide and well marked, so it's easy to find your way all the way to the top. So I would say it's only about a 10 or 20 minute hike to get there, but let's get real. You just pull off the highway, pull into the parking lot, and you're right there at the viewpoint. Now that's my kind of hike. Lastly, as you may or may not know, Chelsey and I are photographers, and let me tell you, Bridal Falls, banger friggin' location. There's tons of texture, ginormous waterfall at the end of the trail, and it's all treed in for perfect lighting while you're out there. Now it also helped that we were out there all by ourselves, so I didn't have to send Chelsey up in front of a bunch of people to strike a couple poses, and she's all embarrassed, and she's like, Kurtis, I don't want to do this. And I'm all like, you gotta do it, and she's like, F off! Yeah, it was nice being alone out there, but here's a couple of photos we took. Cascade Falls, which is just outside Mission, BC, and don't worry, we'll put a link in the description below to the Google Maps so that you can find this place too. While we were in BC, we were lucky enough to pick up our little cousin Margot, who was our little adventure buddy for the day, which you might remember from our Poland video. That being said, we took a 3rd grader here, which means this hike is very easy and very accessible. Maybe it's just us because we're from Alberta, but every time we see a forest that's this lush and green, our jaws hit the floor. There's huge trees, the leaves are like the size of your head, there's moss growing everywhere, there's these huge ginormic ferns. Avatar. I'm telling you, Avatar. Actually, this forest should remind you a lot of Star Wars. You know the one with the Ewoks? I can't remember which one that was, but the one with the Ewoks? That one is filmed all around Vancouver in similar forests and similar types of vegetation. So how freaking cool is that?
It's unbelievable. It's so good.
I want to go back already. Luckily enough, while we were here, we got the place all to ourselves once again. Now, we've never been here before, so I don't know if this was just the luck of the draw or if it's always like this. But for the record, we were here in late October. So if it is a really quiet time, late October's the time to go. So just like the last location, you can literally type this place into Google Maps and it'll take you right to the parking lot. Along this hike, there are some stairs along the way, but it's nothing outrageous. Actually, while we were there, we ran into 80, 90-year-old man that was out for the day, having a walk, going on this trail. He made it all the way up to the waterfall with no problem. When I say this trail is easily accessible, I really mean it. Anybody can do this hike. Once you get up the last set of stairs, you're there. You're at the viewpoint. You can see the big waterfall on the left side, and you can see the suspension bridge that shows up on your Instagram feed daily. I swear, every time I open my phone, take a look through, there's a suspension bridge. Goes down, next day, suspension bridge. 3 flicks later, suspension bridge. I'm telling you, once you know this place, you'll see it all the time on Instagram. What we do want to mention though is to wear some good hiking boots. Not because the hike is extraneous, but BC's kind of like a damp and wet place as it is, but there's a ton of mist coming off this waterfall. So the deck can be a little bit slippery, but the suspension bridge going down was extremely slippery. So while we were there, we actually met a local who said that in the summer, there's even cliff jumpers that are brave enough to jump off of the waterfall into the pool of water below. We also heard that somebody died doing this. Stay safe, don't be dumb.
Would not recommend.
But we've also heard along the stream, above and below the waterfall, there's lots of swimming holes in the summer, so that could be very refreshing. Do recommend. Oh, and last year, we tried to actually go to Cascade Falls, but it was closed down due to a cougar attack. Be safe, travel in big groups, bring some bear spray, make lots of noise, because there's one thing that really scares the pants off me, is big kitties. Me and big kitties do not get along. All the dangers being said, if you do get a chance to ever visit this beautiful place, here's some of the photos you can take. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is only 2 of our most favorite places that we like to visit when we're in the BC Lower Mainland, and we think that you should visit if you ever have some time there. If you guys like these locations, please hit the like button. It truly helps us out. If you guys like this video and want to see more weekly travel videos, please hit that subscribe button so we can help you find your adventure.